Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Apple a Day. Today, I'm going to do something different. I'm performing a skill test with ChatGPT and Trivial Pursuit, specifically the Trivial Pursuit 20th Anniversary Edition from 2002. And it's because it's the only one that I have, and I really didn't feel like spending money on a more recent edition. So I've randomly selected 20 question cards, and I'm going to pick one question from each card. And we'll see how well ChatGPT answers them. So let's not waste time and jump right in. All right, starting with question 1. Let's start with the category of sound and screen. What line on Big Brother appeared in closed captioning as, "Your colon smells good"? Searching and thinking. And ChatGPT says it can't find anything on this. It looks like it's making a best guess and saying that the text meant to say cologne and not colon. The correct answer is, your cologne smells good. So I'm kind of on the fence here. ChatGPT didn't give us the complete line as the answer. If this were Jeopardy, I would say it got it wrong. But it did guess the word cologne, so we'll give this one to ChatGPT. Moving on to question 2. Let's do the category, the written word. What cosmetics firm's collectible bottles are the subject of Bud Hastings' 640-page encyclopedia? And ChatGPT says, Avon. And the correct answer is Avon. Score another one for ChatGPT. That's 2 out of 2. On to question 3. I'll pick innovations as the category. What company teamed with Microsoft to produce a web TV-enabled recliner? And ChatGPT says that company was Lazy Boy. That kind of makes sense. The correct answer is, of course, Lazy Boy. One more for ChatGPT, 3 out of 3 so far. On to question 4. The category is game time. What NFL star had a body temperature of 108 when he reached the hospital after collapsing at practice in 2001? ChatGPT says that was Corey Stringer. And the correct answer is Corey Stringer. 4 out of 4 for ChatGPT. Question number 5. Under the category of sound and screen. What budding screen siren once got $10 a day to tidy up her mom and sister's tour bus? And ChatGPT says Farrah Fawcett. And it answered that pretty quickly. And the correct answer is Ashley Judd. Ouch! So of course ChatGPT got it wrong. But I'm curious why it thought the answer was Farrah Fawcett. Jumping onto Wikipedia for Farrah Fawcett, it does mention her mother, and it looks like she was a homemaker. So I would imagine that most homemakers don't have a tour bus. So this is definitely an AI hallucination. Not good, ChatGPT. 4 out of 5 so far. Moving on to question 6, I'll choose news for the category. How much did CEO Michael Saylor lose one day in 2000 when MicroStrategy's stock plunged 62%? Was it 60 million, 600 million, or 6 billion? And ChatGPT says he lost 6 billion on a single day. The correct answer is 6 billion, so another right answer, 5 out of 6 for ChatGPT. Question number 7, under the category Global View. What Cowboys LA museum boasts a hall of merchandising showcasing Roy Rogers bedspreads and Hopalong Cassidy radios? Well, it's taken some time for this one. Doing some serious thinking. Still thinking. Wow, it is diving deep. Or it could just be busy. I sped that up a bit, but that took 18 seconds. And ChatGPT says it's Gene Autry. The correct answer is Gene Autry. So one more right answer makes it 6 out of 7. On to question 8. Under the category Game Time. Who freaked out Utah Jazz owners by announcing plans to drive monster trucks in U.S. Hot Rod Association events? Doing some thinking. And ChatGPT says confidently that it was none other than Karl Malone. And the correct answer is indeed Karl Malone. 7 out of 8 for ChatGPT. Moving on to question 9, under news. Who exclaimed, "I want to be Robin" to Bush's Batman? And ChatGPT says almost immediately, Dan Quayle. And the correct answer is Dan Quayle. Score another for ChatGPT, 8 out of 9. Question number 10, under the category of sound and screen. What TV mutt valiantly asked to sniff J-Lo's derriere at the 2001 MTV Video Music Awards? And ChatGPT says it was Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. And the correct answer is Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. Another correct answer, 9 out of 10. So far, ChatGPT is kicking my butt. Oddly, the only answer I got correct so far was Ashley Judd, which is the one that ChatGPT got wrong. Moving on to question 11 in the category of game time. What creature's brain and testicles is Cardiff City soccer star Spence Pryor contractually required to eat? And ChatGPT says, taking a moment, thinking a while, looks like sheep. And the correct answer is a sheep. And that's one more winning answer to put it at 10 out of 11 for ChatGPT. Question number 12, I'll pick Global View. What U.S. beverage outfit set up shop in China's Forbidden City near the famed Hall of Preserving Harmony in 2000? Thinking. And ChatGPT says Starbucks. The correct answer is indeed Starbucks, so that is 11 out of 12 so far. On to question 13. I'm going to pick news again. And what California city, testing Y2K preparedness, accidentally flooded a Millennium Eve party site with 3 million gallons of raw sewage? Thinking. More thinking. ChatGPT says Los Angeles. And the correct answer is Los Angeles. That's 12 out of 13. Question number 14, under sound and screen. What native New York film director spent his final 4 decades in Hertfordshire, England? And ChatGPT says instantly the answer is Stanley Kubrick. And the correct answer is Stanley Kubrick. Another win for ChatGPT, 13 out of 14. Next question, number 15, under the category of innovations. What internet term has been defined as politically motivated hacking? ChatGPT says hacktivism. And the correct answer is indeed hacktivism. That's 14 out of 15 so far. On to question 16 in the category The Written Word. What singer canceled plans to write a book titled Cancelled about her canceled sitcom in 2001? Searching and thinking. ChatGPT thinks it's Bette Midler. And what a surprise, the correct answer is Bette Midler. So that's 15 out of 16, near perfect. Next question, number 17, under the category Global View. What Florida site attracted nearly half the world's shark attacks in 2001? Was it Flagler Beach, New Smyrna Beach, or Wabasso? And pardon me if I've mispronounced some of these places. And ChatGPT is doing some thinking. So it's not a definitive answer. It does say that New Smyrna Beach is particularly notable. Let's see what the correct answer is. And it's New Smyrna Beach. So similar to question 1, it's not an absolute answer. It's using some deductive reasoning to make New Smyrna Beach its first choice. So I would say that ChatGPT gets another correct answer. So it's now 16 out of 17 for ChatGPT. Let's go to question 18 under the category Innovations. What NASA vehicle did the camera-wielding robot Sojourner call home? And ChatGPT says the Mars Pathfinder lander. And the correct answer is Pathfinder. One more for ChatGPT makes it 17 out of 18. Moving on to question 19, under the category The Written Word one more time. What best-selling romance novelist did Details magazine call Jackie Collins with cojones? Taking its time, searching. ChatGPT says Tori Carrington. And the correct answer, according to Trivial Pursuit, is Nicholas Sparks. So that one is incorrect. I did some researching and I couldn't find anything relating this quote to anyone. It looks like Tori Harrington is a husband and wife writing team and they do write romance novels. But the answer does differ from Trivial Pursuit, a second incorrect answer for ChatGPT, which makes the total 17 out of 19. So on to the last question, number 20. Let's see, I'll pick news. What future presidential candidate, according to sports writer Dick Schaap's 2000 book, once drank so much ouzo he danced on a tabletop? Searching. More searching. And ChatGPT says, Joe Biden? I'm kind of doubting that. Let's see. The correct answer is Bill Bradley. So another clearly incorrect answer. Since this version of Trivial Pursuit was released in 2002, it would seem that Bill Bradley is indeed correct, since he did run for president in 2000. Also, I found nothing about Joe Biden dancing on tabletops, but I did find an article referring to Bill Bradley enjoying ouzo. It's not the same quote from the book, but it's the only thing that came close. So again, we have to assume that this is an AI hallucination from ChatGPT. So that wraps it up for ChatGPT versus Trivial Pursuit. A pretty good score of 17 out of 20, which is way better than the 2 that I got. The other one that I got right was the Mars Pathfinder. I do find it unsettling when answers are fabricated because ChatGPT can't find the correct answer. I'd much prefer it simply say it doesn't know. Now, this is being recorded on August 31st, 2025, so I would imagine that by 2026 or even sooner, we might see ChatGPT get 20 out of 20. I sure hope you enjoyed this diversion from my usual Apple a Day tutorials. Please like and subscribe. My name's John Martins, and I'll see you in the next episode of Apple a Day.